My shining star, baby, you are my shining star. Oh, I see they trying to play in my face with this internet connection. I see they trying to play in my face with the internet. Okay. We about to finish out the Mercury retrograde with me knocking everything off the desk. We about to finish it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get mad. Anyway, I just finished that little quick work music that I was writing this morning. So I do have a song. I just really my prayer is that this just continues to stream because I don't know how it all of a sudden decided it was unstable, but ain't that the way things go? Okay, let's see. The song I really want to play this morning is by Willie Beavers or Willie Beaver, my bad, called Get Into the Party Life. Get into the party life because this life is a motherfucking party. So, yes, got nothing to do. Welcome to a party life. All right, so I'm over here. Good morning. Hello, good morning, and welcome to this morning's morning vibe. I like the party night. Pretty girls dressed up in skin tights. I'm wearing my skin tights today, just a little bit, not a lot, not too much, just a little bit of thickness for y'all. WB. All right, so yes, let's see. What do I want to talk about today? What do I want to talk about today? Besides getting into the party life. I mean, because that's really it. We want to make sure that everybody is enjoying life. I know it's not always easy. I live here too, but you're able, okay, to enjoy this thing. And if you don't enjoy it at present, consider ways that you can work in some joy because ultimately, as long as you remain in your body, you're going to be on earth. So what you going to do? Barbecue or mildew? Like you can be miserable or you cannot be because it really is a choice. We always think it's not a choice, but it's absolutely a choice. You can choose every day to find joy. And for those who have been with me for a while, excuse me, you know that I used to run a little campaign on Instagram and Facebook that was centered around choosing joy. And a lot of people probably are like, well, that's toxic positivity. Okay, well, what is choosing misery? Is that toxic negativity or is that just regular humanity the way y'all been doing it? Like, just let me find out. Just tell me because I would like to know. So, yes, I just prefer to choose joy because I mean, in all situations, anytime you're uncomfortable or you're presented with some discomfort, you can go ahead and be like, you know what, I'm fixing to grumble about this. I'm about to be a complaining ass person. But like I talked about last month, who wants to be around that? Who wants to be around that? It is very difficult when somebody only can complain. I'm not saying that has never been me or that I don't still sometimes complain. But when I find myself in the space of complaining, I have to check myself because what is to complain about? I still have breath in my body and I can still create here. So if you find yourself in a position that you don't like or you feel uncomfortable, well, then what can you do to change it? Because only you can change it. So do you have your tools? The only difference between me and some people is I have tools. So when I get into that space and I'm like, oh man, it sucks to live. This is really hard. I use my tools. So if you don't know your tools, that's the first problem. That's the first issue. because you got to know what tools to use to climb out of the pit, because you might find yourself in there. You might. I mean, like I said, as long as you continue to live on earth, there will be things that take place. And that's a common misconception, that the things stop happening. No, they don't. Things don't stop taking place just because you're like, all right, I'm using a positive vibration now. Okay, you better be ready to use it, because the things still take place. So yes, whoever that is watching, let us know who you are so that we can send you a morning blessing. And we will. I have a candle going for the collective, sending peace and positivity out there to the girls and the guys. I this morning, well, last night, decided it was time for me to sweet myself so that I could be sweet on myself, because I want to be sweet on me. You know, if you're not sweet on you, then you cannot expect other people to be sweet on you. And that's really the way it goes. So you can do whatever you want. I did a little ritual that consisted of, hey, good morning. Liz knows sometimes I'll be grumbly. When we got out there to take those pictures, she was like, girl. I was like, okay. You know, I was out of my comfort zone. I had some imperfections on my face, and being a Taurus woman. Good morning, world. Had a great birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Thomas or Tomas. Thank you for joining us. Yes. So she got me together real quick. That's why y'all need her, because when you get out there to take those pictures, sometimes your little old school negative ego will be like, you're ugly. These pictures are going to suck. So you need somebody to be out there with you that's like, stop it. Okay, stop it. And that's exactly what she did for me. And so I just love and appreciate her. I can't wait to build her program out with her. All the girls who come through are going to end up a fabulous bad bitch, of course, because that is what Creative AF is about, first and foremost. And anybody working with Creative AF is trying to help other women be a bad bitch, or men. It doesn't matter. I really feel like everybody can be a bad bitch, of course. I do, because I mean, we all have a masculine and feminine energy. So like, unleash that goddess. Energy is like the main thing during this time. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna do some cards. Since I'm up here, I feel really good, you guys. The sweetener was everything I needed. I went down. I was a full witch. I did a little brouhaha. I boiled it up, and I did a really lovely spiritual bath with the concoction that was cooked up. And I bathed myself in that elixir so that I could be sweet on me. And I feel good. I feel good. Hello, Mike Wilson. Yes, Mike Wilson was out there with us. Mike Wilson was out there. Okay, I am calling in the support of my angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters, my heavenly Father, my creator who lives in me. Hallelujah. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen. Remember always to trust the process and then be enjoying the journey, because, you know, it is a journey. And like, you know, y'all know, if you've been here before, you know, I really look at this like an actual trip in the woods or to somewhere. And like when you watch movies, the hero's journey, there are some difficulties. There's some difficulties, but we always watch the hero overcome. You can do that too. You can do that too. We have those abilities. All right, Spirit, tell me some energy for the day. What can we expect? How can we circumvent some of this if it's heavy? I suspect we might get some excellent cards today. I suspect these cards are going to be good. Somebody left a comment on YouTube That made me feel so good. That said, these morning vibe videos are everything. You know, because they don't get a ton of views, but I'll still do it. I'll still show up because I'm not necessarily doing it so that I can have, you know, thousands of views. I'm doing it because this is part of my morning routine. Somebody sent me a message last night and was like, I pulled cards today and I felt so in touch, and is that how you feel? And I'm like, yeah, that's probably why I do it so much. I mean, you don't have to use cards or anything like that to connect with your intuition, but it was a good practice for me because I have been so disconnected from my intuition and from my emotions. So practicing with the cards helps me to align with feelings, and I can see pictures and things like that. So you don't have to use cards. I'm working on a deck right now. It's taking me a minute because y'all know I have about 12,000 projects going at the same time. Guess I wouldn't be a builder if I didn't have. That's funny. You said something about a sweet scent. I use this spice in black vanilla oil. Yes, but you know, nothing is funny. It's just synchronicity. So maybe your spirit is telling you that you need to ante up on your oil and sweet you. Because I used to tell my ex I wanted to smell like a snickerdoodle cookie or something. Like I just wanted to smell sweet. And, you know, you can buy perfume, but I like to make it myself. And I think I might bottle something and call it Self Sex with 2 X's by Sheba. You know, because I think it's just really important that you get into yourself and you're like, you know, I love me. All right, what we got? What do we have? The Emperor in reverse. Ooh, somebody don't feel like a bad bitch. The Empress. What's going on? Somebody's out of balance. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And the Fool in reverse. Uh-oh. Now, only because I really feel like this is indicative of kind of what we see in the collective right now. Like, you know, this week I kind of was talking about the importance of, you know, now you found your light. You kind of know yourself. You kind of, yes. See, I literally bought me some essential oil body oil roll-on, vanilla bean and sandalwood with amber. Yes. Ooh, remember back in the day at that Amber Romance from Victoria's Secret? That was my shit. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So I definitely feel like people are in this place where like, okay, yeah, now we know my intention or the purpose for my life is for me to shine my light. I'm to be shining a light. I'm to be a light being. And we're still not doing it, but mostly because we haven't done the things that we need to do to protect ourselves when we step out. Because a lot of time we don't want to do it because we still feel vulnerable. Oh, what if this happens? Or what if people say this about me? But you have to remember that there's a bad bitch inside of you waiting to cry out, to stand up. And you've already done enough work to grow to the point that you're at right now. So now all you have to do is the Fool. Go do the Fool. We all know what that means. Act wild and crazy. Be your true, authentic self. Be your authentic self. Like for me, that just means doing this, singing my songs, and, you know, just showing up. If my smile and my vibration and my energy is too much for you, well, maybe that means that you need to go sit with yourself and find out why you feel like poison. Because you probably do. Because if I feel good, or if we feel good, if you feel good and you enter into a room to do your light work and you start making people sick and they start feeling like, ugh, yuck, then those people are ill. It's not you. Don't turn your light off because somebody else can't handle it. Turn that bitch up. Tell them to get some sunglasses. Excuse me, you must need some sunglasses. Not my problem. That's where I'm at with it. Because I'm about tired of it. I'm about tired of people turning off their light because other people don't know how to shine. That's not your problem. You should never feel bad about feeling good because somebody else can't. That's not your problem. Because when you don't feel good, is it anybody's responsibility to fix you? No. No. It's your job. So same goes for them. So turn your light up and be in your joy, whatever that means. It's going to be something different for everybody. And I always talk to people about what their art is. What do you create? Because when you get into those spaces where you feel overwhelmed or you have a lot of pent up frustration and rage, the intention then is for you to go create something with it. So like for me, I'll write a song. Or maybe I'll write, I don't know, a blog that I never share, something, or even make Instagram graphics or stuff like that. Like whatever your art is. I'm not like a person that knows how to draw very well or anything like that. I like painting, but my paintings usually come out like this. Like I went to first grade art, which is fine. And I also, when I draw people, they're absolutely stick figures, but that's okay. So whatever you like to do that. But ain't no sense in holding back, Like we had this week, Pluto square the sun. So that's like a damn heavy impact to your ego, but it's because it's time for you to get out of that. New life begins this week. Go do the full. Rise into your emperor or your empress energy. Recognize your power that comes through your emotions, controlling your emotions, understanding your emotions, feeling your emotions. That is power. So if you're not doing that, you're out of balance and you're probably out of power. You feel powerless and you don't know why every time you walk into a room, people look at you funny because you might be sour, but you can fix it. All right, let's see what the Starseed cards have to say. Yes, I'm feeling that sweetener. I have plenty of it left over here so that I can use it every day to just put it on my body. Put it on my body. Oh, yes. Libras can be very off if there's no balance. So like the key is for you to come to your own inner balance. Oh, I love this. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. And remember, y'all can grab a Weirdest Code for Genius t-shirt at the link in the caption of this video. I made those for my fellow weirdos because I want people to know that just because you're different doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that you're amazing and brilliant. That's what that means. And of course, we do not have enough room on the desk. But yes, Tomas, my son, is also a Libra. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, was talking about her boyfriend, and he's a Libra. And, he struggles to make decisions and set good boundaries. And there's a really large propensity for Libras to be, especially the men, to be people pleasers. People pleasing is a big deal for Libras because they like the balance. I'm gonna pull a self-care card because they love balance. And when you are, we made a mistake. When you are going against the grain, things are seeming out of balance. So you're like, if I don't agree to whatever these people want, I'm upsetting the balance. But no, you're not, because agreeing to what doesn't serve you upsets your balance. And that is much more important than what somebody else is needing. Like, you don't have to feel like Captain Save-A-Ho all the time. It's not your job. It's not your job. We have to save ourselves as individuals. So that's your job. Not for you to be like, well, let me go ahead and go down here because she says she need it. She don't need it that bad. She don't need it that bad. She don't need it right now. You just finished watching TV or doing whatever it is that you're doing. They can wait. Because the longer you jump up and do as soon as somebody says they need it, you become so resentful of being a giver. And that is absolutely how you also receive from this universe. It's a flow. So if you feel like every time I give out, I get nothing back, you're never going to be able to receive from the divine effectively. Yes, you need to say no more always, not just this week, honey, all the time. Use your shield and your sword. You don't have to be stabbing people in the neck, but you do have to stand up for yourself. You have to, and that's why I feel like this Emperor card is in reverse, because that masculine energy is the one that says no in you and protects you. That's your protector and allows you to be in that receiving mode in the feminine energy. And, you know, everybody has masculine and feminine. So no need to feel any type of way about what I'm saying. I'm just saying we all have a protector. Yeah. But that's why I'm saying, while your heart is golden and you want to be an overgiver, there is part of you that needs to be protecting you and helping you to preserve some of that energy for what you actually want to create for yourself. You're giving out almost everything that you have. What's left for you? You also matter. Let's do a self-care card and see what we get. Aromatherapy. Oh my gosh, guys. That lines up with what I was talking about with the oils and the sweetener. Okay, we on. All right. Well, I love everybody. Thank you to our new viewers. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you definitely come back on Friday and Sunday. We do have the Sunday vibe. So yes, I appreciate it. I will, like I said, be back on Friday. And in the meantime, if anybody needs me, you can meet with me at www.mscreativeaf.com. That is where I have my front door and the doorbell. Because if people keep trying to come in the back door, come to my side window and knock on it in my inbox, I'm not going to be able to help you fully. So you're really doing yourself a disservice when you don't go to the front door. Okay. All right. So I'll see y'all later. Don't be a self-hater. All right. Bye-bye.